Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. Joining me here for the GT3 World Endurance Series 2, Round 5. And as you know, the World Endurance Series takes a different GT3 car each season. As in Season 1, they had the Hyundai. This season is the Best of Japan, which is a vote was taken in the chat, and it was the Toyota Supra. Group 3, they're going to race, well, they should be racing for 60 minutes using every single tyre compound in the racing category, being the super softs, the softs, the mediums, and the hards, over 60 minutes. They qualify on the hards and then start the race on the racing hards. But disaster struck with round 5 at Dragon's Trail. They did their qualifying. They raced for 50 minutes, having themselves an absolute stonker of a race, I'm told. I haven't seen it because obviously the game crashed or the internet went wrong. Something happened out of the host's control and everything was lost. So as by the rules of VRC, if a race can continue, it shall do. So Racer Brown reopened the room, put 10 minutes on the clock, and allowed everyone to go onto the racing super softs. And for this time only, they had a sprint race to find the final result. So I don't know how they started, but after the red flag, as we'd call it, they lined up with a Guesty on pole, Matt Psycho second, Super Manny in third, Homesick Alien in fourth, JOO Pace in fifth, Kale was sixth, Trivs GG seventh, Racer Brown in 8th, and Racer Brown in 8th. That's unlike him in this series. And Diego was in 9th place. So apparently it was a cracking little race for that 50 minutes that they had, and that's where they were sat, I believe, before it all went kaboom. And they'll have a rolling start from there. I'm just trying to find the table for you up to this round, see who's fighting for what. So Racer Brown is at the top of the championship after 4 rounds, the last round being Interlagos. Sorry, it's been ages since I've done one of these. I had a look, I think it's 9 days. I don't think I've ever gone that long, maybe when my voice was buggered that time, but no, yeah, it's been Christmas, so we've had a Christmas holiday, Bob's, a break from my voice. You're welcome. That was my gift to you. You didn't have to listen to me for 9 days. But I'm back and I'm rusty as hell. So the championship table. At the top is a Racer Brown on 67 points. Then we have Kale in second on 59 points. Guesty in is Kale not even there, is he? Ooh. So Kale second on 59 points. Sorry, Guesty third on 50 points. Possibly it's tough to catch Racer Brown, but being at the top of the pile there is good for Guesty, especially with his fight against Kale, and it looks like there's no Kale. In fourth, we've got a Homesick Alien on 47 points, so he's not too far off, touching distance. Fifth place is JOO Pace on 41 points. Then sixth, we have Super Manny on 34 points. Seventh, we have Bunny on 29 points. Diego is eighth on 28 points. Uncle B Darren is 9th on 26 points. Matt Psycho 10th with 25 points. Jokers 11th on 24 points. Triv GG 12th on 24 points. 13th is Noxy on 22 points. Turtle 14th with 18 points. Digital Blasphemy 15th with 11 points. Electric 16th with 9 points. And Rizzler the Roller is 17th on 2 points. So, yes, that is the table. I've explained what's happened in this race, so we are only getting a 10-minute sprint, which is quite fun in itself. It sounds exciting, doesn't it? They're all on the super soft tyres. They're on a rolling start, and it's every man for themselves, 10 minutes around Dragon's Trail Seaside with the chicane of death. In the chat, we've got Magnon saying ver dot for your information. Okay, thank you. Magnon. That's very kind of you. I don't get it. You'll have to explain the joke. So anyway, let's go and look at the cars. We won't go up and down the grid. We know what they look like by now. We'll just get on with it. As it's 10 minutes, so Guesty leading them away. I'll have a quick look down the field. There's Matt Psycho. Second place as they make their way up to the line. Super Manny in a great position there. Third on the Super Softs. We see he goes well on them, but he does like to use them. I don't know what the tyre wear is going to be like for these guys. With 10 minutes of racing, it's going to be tight, I'm sure. Guesty's leading them away with Matt Psycho chasing him down. Super Manny there in third. Homesick Alien fourth. JWO in fifth place with Kale there. Kale is in there, sorry. Kale not scoring well here. In sixth place with Trivs in seventh. Racer Brown down there in eighth and ninth there for Diego. But we don't know what strategies they were on when the internet gave up. But if they had just pitted, that is just unlucky for them, I guess. With Guesty, maybe he was just ready for a pit stop or something. With 10 minutes to go, though, you'd think all the pit stops would be done in the race. So they're on the Super Softs. Guesty at the moment holding his own against Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho not looking like he's managing to close up on Guesty. Supermania also. It looks pretty stalemate out front there with these three. All lapping the same time. Homesick Alien looks like he's under threat from JWO. JWO on the move, on the prowl, on the outside though. So Homesick Alien could easily defend that spot from Jay. And now Kale. Kale, who needs some massive points here. He's got Racer Brown just 2 places behind him, and he's got a whole hunk of points to catch up on him in the championship. And there you go, Kale gets past JWO in the chicane of death. No, JWO's ahead of Kale, sorry. Trivs GG it was, the red Supra I could see in the background. I thought it was Jay's. No, I apologise, Jay. But now Kale having another look. And this is all good for Homesick Alien. And yeah, late break there from Kale into the corner, and it's paid off for him. But Jay may have the run on him coming up the straight. It's unsure. Kale still just a nose ahead, but it looks like Jay's got a better run on Kale. Kale trying to get a toe from the Alien just ahead of him. They're going to have to do it by the brakes again as they go into the first corner. And Jay's on the inside, but now Kale's on the inside. Braking later into the corner, and Kale does claim the corner for 5th place there. But Jay's not giving up on that spot. And luckily for the guys behind, Trivs GG and Diego, these two battling it out is slowing them down, letting this pack close up. And Diego's got himself ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown not having a good day today. Meanwhile, Guesty, he seems to be doing okay there ahead of Matt Psycho. He's not lost any time to him. The distance is similar. These two must be lapping similar times. Superman, he's there. He's not as close as he was to Matt Psycho as he was when we last saw him. Homesick Alien closing that gap up, and Kale and Jay still at it, cracking stuff. And now Jay's got himself back ahead of Kale, and we've got a 3-way battle down here with Trivs, Diego and Racer Brown. Trivs is there. Diego's the one that's gained the most out of it in 7th place, and we've got Trivs GG up his inside, but he tucks in behind him, and Diego has done a proper job there. Fantastic stuff. Up into 7th ahead of Trivs and Racer Brown. Both of them giving a little knock to the wall through the chicane of death. Guesty then just there completing his second lap. We've got 3 minutes on the counter in this 10-minute sprint, and Matt Psycho pushing as hard as he can to catch up Guesty. Guesty crossing the line, giving himself a 37.2. Matt Psycho, he got a 37.5, so Matt Psycho got a little bit of speed to find there. Supermanny dropping back from that battle into Homesick Alien's clutches. Homesick Alien looking like he wants a podium today, but Supermanny sticking to the apex, is not giving him any choice whatsoever. JWO, he's pulled away from Kale now. That earlier battle he's had with Kale, and he's left Kale behind a little bit. And Diego, who we saw make an absolute cracking move on Racer Brown and Trivs. Trivs dropping back behind Racer Brown, and there is action up and down the grid, and it looks like Kale coming back for another nibble on Jay. But there's Homesick now all up in Supermanny's business. He's knocking on the door is Homesick Alien of a podium, and we're not quite halfway in this 10-minute sprint to the end. of the finishing this race, and that looks like Homesick Alien later on the brakes than Supermanny, but Supermanny on the inside. Supermanny might have a better line here, but he's in fourth. Homesick Alien on the outside as they come up to this corner. It's quite fast sweeping right-hander. Supermanny in there. Homesick Alien, he's had to use a lot of curb to get there, but he's got there and he's ahead, and my word, that's a battle. And we've got JOO Kale. It's a train of Supras, and Homesick Alien is the lead car, but my word, Supermanny will be up for this as a world. Jay's got himself ahead of Supermanny. My word, sneaky. So there we go. Or maybe Supermanny pulling off the accelerator, letting Jay and Kel through, knowing that his South African buddies are in a championship battle out there. He doesn't want to get too involved. And there goes Jay on the outside of Homesick Alien, puts him on the inside for the next corner, and Jay now is in a podium spot, and Homesick Alien has got his rear view mirrors filled with Kale. And it's a South African assault on the poor Alien at the moment. Supermanny dropping back into Diego. Diego having a look. My word, Racer Brown not too far behind that battle as well. This is a cracking little race we've got going on here. Guesty at the moment, clear skies for Guesty, cruising all the way to that flag. Matt Psycho pushing to catch him up at 37.2 from the Psycho last time around. 37.0 for Guesty though, he's got him. He's got him measured off. JOO fighting through the crowd, getting himself up into a podium position, but Homesick Alien not giving up on that podium just yet. With 4 minutes still left to race, JOO had an absolute stonker of a race so far, but Homesick Alien is there, knocking on the door, and Kale trying, he needs to gain as many points as he possibly can today. Superman, oh, someone hit the wall hard there. Who was it? It was Racer Brown. Racer Brown not enjoying the chicane of death, dropping to the back of the pack as Triv GG flies on by. Guesty then leading Matt Psycho around. Nothing to call between these two. Guesty just tenths faster. He did a 37.9 his last one around though, and Matt Psycho a 37.8, so that's it. It's been about a tenth in Guesty's favour all the time. JOO under attack from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien looking up the inside, needs them later brakes, doesn't have the tyres. It's exactly the same tyre wear between the two of them at the moment, and Homesick Alien really was trying to mount an assault there. Matt Sykes in the chat saying evening all. We're having a cracker, Matt Psycho. You're seeing you just can't quite get that pace on Guesty at the moment. Guesty just a couple of tenths faster each lap. And but a great second spot looking ready for Matt Psycho in this 10-minute sprint. And Jay now shaking off that homesick fret, and Homesick Alien maybe having to be careful of Kale's pace. Kale absolutely coming at him with some fury, coming down here into a late braking zone. Homesick Alien trying to cut the distance between him and JOO. He stays on the track, but Kale's there as well. They're all using each other's slipstream, and it's a real tight battle here for the final podium position. JOO forces through the pack to get himself up into third, but there's still some contenders. Kale having a massive bang with the wall. Supermanny just ahead of Diego. Diego looking for that spot. He fancies that sixth place this evening. We've got 2 minutes left with Trips GG in 8 and Racer Brown having an absolute terminal race. Guesty though flying today. He's got that loco mango feeling, and he is leading the pack. Matt Psycho though, Matt Psycho 37.6 last time around, 37.7, so Matt Psycho finding the tyres better later in the race. Can he mount something in the last 1.5 minutes? Has Guesty cooked his tyres? We know Guesty can drive well on a used set of tyres, but Matt Psycho, once his tyres are in that sweet spot, he is formidable, and he does look like he's closing the gap on Guesty. Guesty trying to cling on now in these final laps. We've got JOO still ahead of Homesick Alien. Kale, we saw knocking the wall, losing a bit of ground on them. Diego got himself ahead of Supermanny, so Diego is absolutely pelting it out there tonight. Unbelievable stuff here, having a great one in this 10-minute sprint. We're down to the last minute. Triv GG in 8, he's lost sight of Supermanny, and Racer Brown absolutely nowhere. Matt Psycho's in the lead. Oh my gosh, let us go back. Something happened. We've just jumped back about 20 seconds. There's Guesty, we said, looked like he was under a bit of pressure these last couple of laps on pace, but all he has to do is keep it on the grey stuff and he should be fine. He's doing okay at the moment. Oh, a little curb knock there up the hill onto the gravel, and he flies over the curbs, and that is the end of the lead of the race. And Matt Psycho coming through. Matt Psycho, an astounding drive from Matt Psycho. JWO's got to manage to do it. Poor old Guesty slipping down, and Guesty's gone, I believe. Oh my. That mad, though. I think that was a rage quit. Maybe there was an issue. Maybe that's why he hit the wall. But Guesty gone from the race. So Matt Psycho there leads from Jay. Jay getting a plush little way. He got the second anyway. So Jay up into second. Homesick Alien third. Kale now up into fourth. Diego from sixth to fifth. And there we see Super Manny hounding Diego. He's come back at him. Diego just trying to save that position. Matt Psycho crosses the line with seconds to go, so Matt Psycho goes another lap, so does JWO, so's Homesick Alien. Now the time has run out on Super Manny. Didn't quite get Diego. Diego has to go around again. How funny. Trivs GG finishes in seventh with Racer Brown coming on home in eighth. Jokus did take part in the first 50 minutes. And he'll be finishing at the back, and I imagine Guesty will be placed behind Racer Brown as Racer Brown comes across, and he's happy to get Dragon's Trail out of the way. So Matt Psycho leading by an absolute bunch there. JWO, an absolute gallant drive from JWO to get himself up into second place. Homesick Alien does get that podium. He's been chasing all race. Finally, poor Guesty, man. You've got to feel bad. Maybe it was a technical problem. Looked like he bounced off the curb, went a little bit deep on that sand, and I don't know, propelled off of the sand over the curb into the barrier. But Kale, he could do with a better position, really. Could Kale? He could be doing with that position, really, in the championship. But Matt Psycho takes his, I don't know if it's his first win in the World Endurance Series. It may be. I'm not sure, but he was there when it mattered. He didn't drive into any barriers, so Matt Psycho bringing her on home for a piece of gold, a nice gold cup for Matt Psycho as he heads towards the line to take round 5 of the World Endurance Series. JWO grabbing a great second. Oh my God, they're coming flying now. Pause. Oh no, I've still got Diego. I don't know where Diego is. Where are you, Diego? Going a bit slow. Oh, he's really smashed that up. He must have killed it in the chicane of death. All right, we'll watch it. Why not? We're not that far away. Here we go. Let's have a look what he did in the chicane of death. He really was pushing it on the final lap. Thought he tried to take it full speed. Bang! Wallop. It wasn't that bad, was it? It wasn't as impressive as I thought it was going to be. It's the spin must have got him. Let's have a look at the spin. Isn't it full beans? He's not quite got that spin going on. Oh no, just an angry reverse, possibly got him doofed at the back. So that's why he's some way behind those guys. What was it there? So yes, that is as the race finished then. Matt Psycho took a great win, stuck it in there, chased down Guesty, applied the pressure, and who knows what happened in Guesty's car, but Matt Psycho come out on top in the end. So well done to Matt Psycho. JWO grabbing himself an absolutely fantastic second place. Kale could have been doing with some of those points though, but JWO edging closer to Racer Brown in that final round. Homesick Alien finishing a great podium for him in his Supra. He's close to chasing someone as well, but I think it's JWO. So JWO finishing ahead of him isn't great. You can check all our websites. Well, no, I won't tell you to check out the championships because it's done. I've got another round of this to do, so don't go and check out the championships. It'll be a spoiler for the last round. Kale finishes in 4th place with Diego in 5th. Super Manny in 6th. It's all gone blurry now. Super Manny in 6th. Trivs in 7th. And Racer Brown having a day he'd rather forget in 8th. I'll take you to the live timing so we can see who got fastest lap as well. There we go. So, oh no, wrong button. Sorry, guys. So there we go. Matt Psycho takes the win. Racer Brown got the fastest lap. There you see, 36.7. JWO getting second. Home Alien in 3rd. Kale 4th. Diego in 5th. Supermanny in 6th. Trivs GG 7th. And Racer Brown finishing in 8th place. But he does get that fastest lap. Well, that was round 5. Oh, let's have a look at the chat. Some stuff's happened. Racer Brown saying, yes, mate, I was having a mare here. Lol. Matt Sargo saying, first GT3 win. Yeah, well done then, Matt. I did have a little guess, but I wasn't overly sure. And Skyjacker saying, evening, dearest. Hi, Skyjacker. I'm just about to leave. You've come at the wrong time. As I say that, my unpreparedness, I don't think I've got any names near me. Oh, I have got some names. I'll just read the top one. These are the naff list of names. All right, anyway. So that was round 5 of the GT3. I'm really rusty. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't done this for a while. It's there was a fun race, though. It's just the bits in and out. I'm really kerfuddling. So, yeah, that's the GT3 World Endurance Series 2, round 5. And what an epic battle we've got coming up, with Racer Brown and JWO in the final on the streets of Tokyo. So one to look out for. For some reason, oh, sorry, my iPad's, I've got a new iPad for Christmas. But it just went all the way back to the beginning of the race, and I wondered why. Must have caught up with me and got bored. Went back to the beginning. I thought, hey, I'm seeing a replay of the beginning of the race. I felt like a proper producer, sat in my room with replay screens and stuff. All right, yeah. Keep an eye out. Round 6 is on its way pretty soon. I want to do it today, sometime. But we're going to have dinner first, so... Look at this. No one's going to care. They'll be watching this in a week or two and thinking, why is he dribbling on about dinner? We're having crackers and cheese and cold meats. Yum, yum. So, yeah, that was me, your broadcaster and your commentator, Buster Cherry. Thank you for watching. Catch us next time for round 6 of the World Endurance Series. Also coming up, we've got the e-trons. We've got some rally, some mucky stuff for you. And we've got a speed fest at some point. So keep your eyes peeled. Hit like and subscribe, and then you can be informed when those will come to you, because they're coming in a surprise attack. There's no schedule over Christmas. They just happen suddenly. One day you'll be there watching EastEnders, and then you'll get a bleep on your phone and it'll say the VRC are streaming, and you know what to do. You've got to drop everything. Okay, thank you for watching. I was Buster Cherry. I'll see you next time. Peace and love. Peace and love.